take care of some house cleaning here before some inside baseball stuff. There was this story that's now attaching itself in depth to the blogosphere, that Premier Radio Networks hires actors to call radio talk shows, essentially defrauding you, the unsuspecting duped audience. So I read this over the weekend. I said, what the heck is this now? We don't have actors on this program. We don't take enough calls on this program. And we're certainly not going to pay anybody to call this program. I mean, you talk about economics. We're certainly not going to do this. So what is this? So I sent Snerdley an email. I said, Snerdley, is something going on behind my back? Some of these nuts that you find, are they actually actors? And I said, I'm not even going to send it because I know that's not happening. So I wanted to dig deep here. You know, Premier Radio Networks is the syndication arm of the broadcast partner. They're part of Clear Channel. You know what this is? This actually exists because of people like me. Back in the old days, when you could do funny phone pranks, you could call out. You could be doing your radio show, morning radio shows when this happened, and you could call out and you could put somebody on the air or tape recorder without their permission. I tried to buy a left-handed baseball bat this way. I faked having a picture phone to get traffic reports from the tunnels in Pittsburgh. I mean, it was an art form. There was a guy in Detroit who made this an art form. His name was Dick Purton. But there were a number of other morning DJs that made a career out of these funny put-on telephone calls, except they were real. Well, then all of a sudden one day the FCC came along and said, you cannot do this. You can't call out, nor can you record somebody without their permission. I mean, one of the most fun things I ever did was to pretend I had a picture phone. In Pittsburgh, they were testing the picture phone they were going to in Pittsburgh. This is the 70s. And there was a Gimbel's department store right across the street from the radio station, KQV. So I went over there, went to the lingerie department, and I scoped it all out. And I got the girl working there, the woman working, what she was wearing, where the cash register was, where all the stuff in the lingerie department was. Made notes, and I went back and I went to the production room of the radio station. I turned on the tape recorder, and I called over there. Hello, Gimbel, can we help you? Yes, guy, like the lingerie department. Thank you. Hold on just a second. She picks up the, hi, this is Miss Elfrink, was her name. I said, hi, I'm such and such from KQV. I'm helping the phone company test market a new picture phone. I want to test it here. And I've actually got a need as well. What's that, sir? Well, the girlfriend's birthday coming up in a couple days, and I want to buy her a couple slips. And I have a new picture phone here. I don't have time to come over there. But if you just hold the slips up to the phone, I'll be able to see if that's what I want, and then pack them up and send somebody over to pick. Sir, there's no such thing as a picture phone. I had anticipated this. Yes, you probably haven't heard about it. The phone company is very forward-thinking. The carbon granules in the microphone of your phone, your handheld set there, are a low-resolution black and white camera. Like, I can see you right now. You're very blurry. I mean, if you hold that phone away from you, I'll be able to tell you what you look like and what you're wearing. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Just hold the phone away from you, move it up and down, scan up and down, and I'll be able to. You can't. Ma'am, if you just do it, I really don't have time here to waste. This is, I'm on the air, and I got to get this done. You're on the air? Yes, ma'am, I am. Well, I'm going to feel dumb doing this in front of. Well, just duck down behind the cash register there to your left. So she ducks down. We had somebody over there watching this. She scans herself with the phone. I told her what she was worth. She freaks. She literally can't believe it. So I said, I want a couple 34Cs. She went and got the slips. She scanned the slips. She packed them up. After a while, you couldn't do that. The FCC, somebody said, you've got to let those people know that you're going to be doing it. You can't record them. You can't put them on the air unless they know it's, well, with rank amateurs, you're blowing it. A rank amateur, you will not be able to pull. I couldn't go over there and say, Miss Elfrink, I'm going to call you in a couple minutes, and I need you to act shocked, and I need you to play along, and here's what I want you to do. She's not a highly trained professional. It wouldn't work. It only works if they genuinely don't know what's going on, and you fool them. So what Premiere had done here, they went out and hired actors for morning shows to be able to pull off bits like this. That's what they do. The actors are for FM long-haired maggot-infested morning shows with the whatever music format, playing stunts like this, trying to make it sound like people are really being duped, but you can't do it anymore. One of the great comedic arts of radio, and this is 20 years ago now, was dealt a fatal blow when the FCC said you can't put people on the air without their permission. You can't tape record them without their permission. So people still wanted to do the bits that led to hiring actors to portray the dupes, the objects of the bit. And so I don't know why. This story came out in February. Columbia Journalism Review wrote about this in February, and the story died. It came alive again, the blogs over the weekend, with the implication that this program is hiring actors to portray callers. And I have no idea this is even going. I didn't know. For the life of me, I don't know. Certainly, I didn't suspect you. I suspected somebody. I wanted to find out if you were in on some program I didn't know about, because if somebody had told me we're going to do this, I would have put the kibosh on this. There is no way we're going to pay people to pretend to be callers here. There's nothing on this program is scripted. So who knows, Snurdly? I mean, I don't challenge your loyalties. I don't question your loyalties, but that's why I didn't send the email in the end. Well, I did think about it. I had to. Because why didn't these people at Premiere deny? Why didn't they specify that this is for these prank phone calls in their morning shows or whenever it happens during the day? But it is not for talk radio. I have never heard of this. There has not. In fact, one of the cardinal rules here, ever, I have all from the get-go, nothing is staged on this program, ever. And people have have come to me over the years with, ideas. Everybody wants to get in the act, and I have routinely shot it down. It just doesn't happen. No way. Plus, pay for it? Pay for a bunch? We've got the best universe of potential callers in the country here, the largest audience ever. I mean, to pay for this? And by the way, I don't care. Some of the best calls we ever had, these wacko, looped out liberals. I don't care how good an actor. I don't think we could duplicate this if we script it. Some of this stuff is beyond being scripted. But I still can't figure out why Premiere did not specify what they let it stand out there that this is all happening as part of their talk radio division, which it's not. At least not here. And I can't believe that it's happening anywhere else. So you may not have seen this yet. This story originally appeared in something called the Tablet magazine, which calls itself a new read on Jewish life. And Tablet magazine is a radical left-wing operation. And from Tablet magazine, here's one of the excerpts. Michael Harrison, the editor of Talkers magazine, Talk Radio World's leading trade publication, said he knew nothing of this particular service, but was not altogether surprised to hear it was in place. There was, he said, a tradition of creating fake phone calls for the sake of entertainment on some of the funny shows, shock jock shows, kind of shows you hear. It's exactly right, but not here. People doing pranks. I would consider it an insult if somebody came to me and said, hey, we got a couple actors there. We got a couple things that we want you to do here with actors pretending to be callers. I mean, that door would get slammed on somebody's nose and toes as fast as I've ever slammed a door. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, for those of you who remember Rita X, why would we pay for that? And I suggest to you that there's not an actor in the world who can pull that off. So this whole thing was originally published on the 11th of February, and I debated whether or not to even mention this today. whether to even bring it up. Because, there's a lot of stuff going on out there, folks. Like